From Hillcrest Memorial Park, Family Service Manager, Christy Terrell. Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. I think everybody knows Hillcrest Memorial Park. It's a fixture on M50. How long has it
You mean
been?
Elm Road?
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, sorry about that. How long has it been here?
We were established in 1928, so we're coming up on 100 years here quickly.
100
So,
years?
yes.
Wow, how many of our community's loved ones are at Hillcrest?
We have around 14,000 currently.
Wow.
So yeah, we've been in servicing families of the community for since 1928. So most of them were traditional burials. Along came 1980s, late 1980s, and cremation. The rate has quickly increased.
And I bet you're glad construction is wrapping up on the highway.
Yes.
Yes.
It is definitely an improvement. So
you can get there now.
Yes. Much easier to get there now.
Now, you mentioned we've seen an increase in the families that choose cremation. Is it the majority now?
Yes, I would definitely say the majority. Right now, Jackson County, we're about 70% cremation, 30% traditional.
Really?
So yeah, definitely seeing the uptick of the cremation disposition.
So you are planning a special event to serve those families with cremains. Is that what we call them?
Yes.
Cremains.
Yes, cremains.
And there are, I'm sure, people all over the community with, on purpose, that have their loved ones in urns or some other vessel that they keep in a place of honor in the home. But there's those with cardboard boxes. Yeah,
would you believe there's about 1 in 5 Americans that have cremated remains of loved ones at their home.
Wow.
And most of the time it's not intentional. They've been passed along through generations. So, maybe grandma didn't want to be interred somewhere. So, your mother took her, and now here we are. So.
Yeah, there's probably people that had wishes that were too impossible to honor, like I would like to be scattered on the slopes of the Himalayas.
Yes. So now we have this dilemma. What do we do? So the sacred placement cremation event is to alleviate that. So we have oftentimes we have people that'll stop into the cemetery to visit loved ones that are interred with them, or they will come in with a box and say, what do I do? How do I put this person to rest? And oftentimes once we get through discussing with them, sometimes they'll decide to keep them at home until a better suited time for them. So this event that we're having on October 14th is to alleviate that for the loved ones and for families of the community. It's completely free. We just ask that you pre-register so we can get the paperwork and the things ironed out. But it starts at 11 on October 14th. So
right there off Rose Hill at Hillcrest Memorial Park. Now, doing this for free, that's an incredible service.
Yes.
And perhaps it is money that has kept people from finding the final resting place.
Money can be yes, that can be a driver, as well as never really having that conversation with your loved ones of what you want to do. So I encourage anybody to have that conversation. Oftentimes we plan for weddings, we plan for births, we plan for graduations, birthdays, but we just never really follow through with planning our final arrangements. So servicing families for almost 8 years now, I can tell you that it's a much easier process if we get our our ducks in a row and get things planned out. We talk to each other at the dinner table about it. We hear about death and dying every day, but do we really go that extra step of really getting our wishes finalized? So when our survivors have to take that task up, it's a much easier process for them. It gives them comfort knowing that mom and dad came in and they sat down with us, they made their arrangements, so we have to just follow along with what they wanted.
And making those final arrangements, it's not just a one-stop. You're recommending people visit with their church or their pastor, the funeral home, and then also the cemetery.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's multiple steps to it.
Yeah.
You know, oftentimes we all have people come in, oh, I have life insurance that'll take care of it. Well, does it really take care of it? You know, did you put in that policy that what you wanted to have happen? You know, you don't want to leave it for somebody to make those decisions for you, and definitely get it out on paper. If there's multiple, you know, siblings involved, we may have had a conversation with our children differently.
Right.
You know, you have, you know, in my case, I have 2 sons. You know, one son is straight on, knows what needs to be done. The other one, not so much. You know, and it's just personality differences. You know, and if you know, just come in and talk about it. You know, have that conversation. You know, talk to your pastor, talk to the funeral homes, talk to us. You know, and just get a full education and knowledge of what you're exactly planning. You know, oftentimes we do this after death has occurred, and you know, you're not emotionally there to do it. You don't necessarily understand that's all that's involved.
Yeah, and I know that's probably more common than not, is that conversation that, well, Mom said this to me, and well, she didn't tell me that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, having this event provides then a place where people will be able to visit their loved ones?
Absolutely. Yep. So it's a community ossuary. So we will be doing the scattering in it's an ossuary. So your cremains will be placed in this vesicle, and then there's a cenotaph that you can purchase with the names and the dates. So your dash, but it is something that'll be there forever. So.
And typically, well, and I guess it depends on the funeral home, but the cremains are delivered to someone in a box or a bag or something like that.
Yes, yes. You can choose to do an urn if that's your choice, or if your family makes that choice. But yes, you do come back in a box. So. And
do you want people then to bring whatever it is they have in whatever way it is?
Absolutely. Okay. Yep. And if we pre-register and we get you in, then we can walk through all of that. And if you happen to have a loved one that is in an urn at that time, then we will need to take them out of the urn and place them in the proper receptacle for the ossuary.
All right. Well, here's the details. Once again, you scan the QR code to make a reservation, or you can also
give us a call. Absolutely.
And the number is 782-0565. And during this event, people will be able to do whatever they want in terms of saying prayers or however they want to.
Absolutely, yes. So we do have Pastor Michael Mason that will be on hand for us, and he will guide us in prayer and words of encouragement.
I like the name, Homegoing Celebration.
Absolutely.
It's cool. Well, thanks for doing this. What a great service for the community.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
The Family Service Manager at Hillcrest Memorial Park, Christy Terrell.